The story of Karin is the story of an international success for Italy. It's the story of one of the leading companies in the design and manufacture of protective clothing for the workplace. Karin was born in 1991, fruit of the passion of one who has made safety their life's mission. Producing protective clothing and technical garments for every eventuality, with the care and attention normally reserved only for high fashion. This is Karin's secret. Karin controls the entire production cycle, from the design of every single piece. Our goal, and one we have achieved, is to protect and even save the lives of working people. Karin was one of the first manufacturers to obtain certification for fireproof and anti-acid clothing. This result, a milestone in the history of Karin, is down to close collaboration with other leading European manufacturers of high-tech fabrics for protective clothing. Only through constant information exchange between designers and the purveyors of raw materials can the levels of excellence required to respond successfully to the demands of markets ever more concerned with economic factors be achieved. Karin has 3 plants, 2 in Italy and 1 in Romania. Our headquarters is at Cuggiono, near Milan. This is where all the materials arrive, which will then be redistributed to the group's production facilities. And it is also where all the finished products return for delivery to the end customer. At the Cuggiono plant, the planning department develops new, creative and above all functional ideas. The creativity of innovative young designers, combined with the latest CAD/CAM technologies, not only develops original prototypes, but above all manages to introduce improvements to the key phases of modelling, development, placement, preparation and cutting. The warehouse collects and checks the raw materials, and once the work is finished, plans deliveries. The entire cycle is certified as ISO 9001 and ISO 14001. Production takes place at Karin's headquarters in Romania, where the Italian management is in direct control of an impressive setup for the large-scale production of protective clothing. But let us look at the working processes to see how a Karin garment is made. The process begins with the automatic placing of the fabric. It is rolled out seamlessly and then goes on to be cut automatically. A robot follows the lines exactly and prepares the individual elements that make up the garment. For small quantities, there is a bandsaw instead. Each item is individually numbered, a procedure not normally used in the production of safety clothing. Karin is one of the few companies to number every single part. For hems on polos and t-shirts, there are several positions with 3 needles. Karin has a number of specific devices for belt loops with reinforcements inserted. A range of different devices provide buttonholes for shirts, jackets and trousers. For shirts and double interlocking seams, 2 needle positions are used. And for all the parts which need to be highly resistant, reinforced seams are made by machines with runners. A series of specifically designed devices stretch the adhesive tape for security uniforms. For garments intended for extreme use, we have taping for waterproofing all seams. And if the garment is to be used in really adverse conditions, waterproofing controls are extremely exacting. The part treated is subjected to a resistance test and placed in contact with air-propelled water and tested individually. On almost every garment, there are buttons which are added automatically. An 18-head automated line is designed for the personalized embroidery on each garment. And for precision cuts and incisions, there is the technology of the future, laser cutting. Before bagging and packaging, jackets and trousers are automatically ironed. But Karin is not just about clothing. The group has its own factory and 40 years of experience producing safety footwear. The K-Work division. At the Mosciano plant in Abruzzo, a shoe production unit and a modern 24-position automatic rotary machine for sole injection guarantees an optimum level of production excellence and quality Italian craftsmanship. Let's see how a Karin shoe is produced. After the design phase, the raw material is carefully checked before being processed. The color, thickness, width, and the footage of the sheet is checked. This stage is carried out manually using skills handed down from generation to generation and forms the basis for the quality of the final product. The leather goes to the cutting department, where the synthetic elements are processed multi-layered by the travelling head die cutting machine, while the leather is cut by the swing arm die cutting machine. The material then goes to the shoe production unit, where generations of Italian skills are used to sew the various elements using FAF sewing machines with 1 or 2 needles. Once assembled, the insole and the steel toe cap are added to the upper. The upper is now ready for the injection department, where it is placed on aluminium structures on a 24-position bi-density main group rotary machine with direct injection. The main group machine includes a Kawasaki robot for precision stapling of soles without danger of their becoming unstuck from the upper, and for the insertion of an anti-perforation insole where required. Once the sole has been injected, the shoe is trimmed by hand to remove excess foam before the laces and hygienic insoles are added. Cuggiono, Mosciano and Foxani are 3 plants with just one mission: to protect workers from all risks linked to the materials used and from unforeseen events. Protecting workers from adverse weather conditions. This is why Karin checks every single item before, during and after production. The safety of the end user is always the most important factor. Karin's range of products is now expanding into a number of fields. Fighting forest fires, civil protection, petrochemicals and foundries, electric arcs, high visibility apparel, garments for protection from cold and rain, standard workwear, work clothes for the food industry, accessories and specific clothing for the military. Garment production can be customized using a wide range of graphic techniques, from direct embroidering onto the garment of high-definition labels to transfers and heat-applied labeling. Karin produces and exports all over the world. Today, you can rely on Karin to protect you from head to toe.